Let's do Lorelai Gilmore inspired makeup. It's almost that time, you guys. Already moisturized and prepped my face. This is actually going to be a pretty simple makeup tutorial because it was the 2000s, the early 2000s, and stuff on TV always is a bit more simple. I'm actually really excited for this. So I'm literally just coloring in my brows with a powder because they don't need to be super defined. It also has a lot thinner of a brow, so if we were to do like the soap or the gelled up brows, they're gonna make your brows appear thicker. Soft matte foundation look going on, so I'm actually gonna use the Woke Up Like This foundation from Il Makiage. I'm just going to blend this into the skin to kind of give us a soft blur all over our face. I used this foundation for the first time the other day, and when I was using it, I was thinking this is like so Lorelai Gilmore. Like that's the soft focused skin that it's giving me. Then for blush, I'm using the Huda Beauty blush filter in Watermelon Pop. This is like the perfect mix between a pink and a berry. And I'm kind of pulling it down onto the apples of my cheeks a little bit more than I normally would. I'm applying this with my foundation brush because I don't want it to be too saturated or too bright as it's subtle. For bronzer, we're going also very, 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 very light. So I'm using a shade that's lighter than I normally would, and this is Hey Honey. And this is the Milani Cheek Kiss in the shade Hey Honey. And I'm going very, very light with this and literally just kind of sculpting out my cheekbones, and that's it. You can see the difference, but it's not warm or overpowering in any way. Concealer, I'm going to use the Oliver Tint Idole. It's a very hydrating medium coverage concealer, and I don't want to go too overboard, and we're almost to the eyes. She doesn't have too bright of an under eye because, again, that really wasn't a thing until like 2012, 2016. And this is taking place in the early 2000s, so. Taking the Makeup Revolution Translucent Setting Powder because we very much want to set this to, thanks FedEx, keep this soft matte look going. So I'm going to take this Morphe 9M Midnight Dune palette, and the thing about her eyeshadow is it is so, so simple. So I'm going to take some of this taupe shade with a little bit of this warm brown shade because I want a little bit of warmth. Ooh, but not a lot. That's definitely too much. Now we're gonna just do that to the other side so that we have some symmetry here because that was definitely not what I wanted. NARS Laguna bronzer, and this scares me already because of how pigmented this is, but it's very warm. And I'm gonna dip the same brush into this brown and really dust that off and make sure I'm using really, really light pressure here. Lorelai has a bit of a hooded eye and I don't really, and she definitely mixes cool and warm colors, which is why I like specifically got out a warm color to go on here because I guess that Midnight Dune palette is mostly cool besides that really warm dark chocolate brown shade, and I only really wanted my warmth in the crease. Switching my brush to an angled fluffy brush. I love a brush like this in this shape and width to go like right here, and it doesn't have to be clean. I'm gonna use this medium cool tone brown shade, and I'm gonna put this right up against my lash line, connecting it kind of to the outer V. Eyeliner, one that's like gray or not super pigmented and super black. I'm going to smudge and blend this out with a brush here in just a second. I'm gonna use just like a little angled brush and kind of flick it out and smudge it into the lash line so it's not as black, so that it's more of that gray. Then I'm going to go in with a tubing mascara just to get some really nice color and definition on these lashes. For lips, she definitely switches. There is like a warm red and kind of like peaches and stuff like that. But today I'm going to use the Pillow Talk number 2 in medium. Anything too dark, rose, or berry. Using the lipstick that goes with that. This is Pillow Talk 2. A little bit more silkiness and redness. I'm going to add Missed Call. This is the NYX Fat Lip Oil. This is just like a pinkier shade to kind of lighten this up and add a little bit of more pinkier tones. Also, it's clear she usually uses a satin lipstick, and I don't know why. I don't have any in my collection that were like Lorelai Gilmore coated, and I feel like this just kind of transforms the lip. She never really wears a true red. It's like more burgundy or very peach, just depending on the season. That's it. I'm not even going to use setting spray because I don't want to mattify or make my face any more dewy. Like this soft matte look really is what she typically is wearing, and I think this is very Lorelai Gilmore coated. I like it. I hope you guys like this tutorial. Let me know what you want to see next.